This is my 100th video. That means I have done 100 videos. That is a lot of videos. And I have done 100 of them. And all the while to only 10 subscribers. Some of you might be going, no, you have got 12 subscribers. I can see down there it says 12. Well, one of them is me and another is me on my other account. So I only have 10 subscribers really. My subscriber base though, currently, it is 10% of the amount of my video content. And that is a fun little bit of maths. And I hope that remains true forever. So when I am at 500 videos, I only have 50 subscribers. That would make it all worthwhile. But I thought for this video I would celebrate. I would celebrate by doing one of my most controversialist and most divisivest and most disagreed uponest videos. A one all about hating Christopher Clairvoyant. This is Uncanny Excellent Men, issue 191. And it has got a good cover, an exciting cover. The Vision fighting Steelman, and you think, oh, we're going to have a blast here. We're going to see the Vision fighting Steelman. And we open up, and the story is called Raiders of the Lost Temple. I wonder what film Christopher Clairvoyant was shamelessly cribbing from this week. And here we have got all these characters, so many characters, and not a single member of the actual Excellent Men team. This is classic Clairvoyant though. He is just telling a rubbish superhero story that has now to do with the Excellent Men. So yeah, he has got Spider-Man, he has got the Avengers, he has got Doctor Strange, and it's just shite. The baddie, this is a baddie there. He is from Conan the Barber, because that is something else Christopher Clairvoyant did. He would just take characters from other books and try and force them into the Excellent Men. And everyone praises him for taking Mistake from Miss Marble's book, or Saberclaw from Iron Fist, but nobody ever talks about when he tried to make Spider-Girl, Jennifer Drew, into their landlord, or when he tried to make Rouge and Loki, Tom Hiddleston, when he tried to make them into a couple. This story, it is a shambles. We have got a page here of narration or verbose description telling us what has happened. I can do it in one sentence, and he has taken about 60 to explain it. Some magic man, he has set time back to the medieval ages. And even the art is weak. Like, it's really weak here. There are mistakes all over. Like, down here we have these tiny little shots, and they should be much bigger for starters. But they are establishing which characters are involved, and here what they look like in the time warp version. But if you look closely, it's wrong. Like here we have got Fog standing next to Storms at the end there, but here he's nowhere to be seen. And then if you look closely behind the Smurf, well, there's no one there. But over here we have got the whore's daughter, and there are other characters who are just missing from both of these pictures who are in the story. I really, really hate this. There was an Excel story. There was an Excel story where they travelled to a reality based on this. That's pretty much the only thing I have to say about this story that isn't mourning. It's just painful. I really, really despise this comic and everything about it. It's just terrible. The thing is, Christopher Clairvoyant, he is shit. And it really upsets us that people didn't see it. They think that he is brilliant. They think that he is the best. I mean, I will concede that when he has a co-plotter like Jason Byrne, his stuff is a marked improvement. But that is because of Jason Byrne. And that stuff, that is the main ones that people talk about. Like Dark Phoenix Saga, Days After Future Past, Alpha Strike. Alpha Strike, actually, those characters, he had nothing to do with them at all. Jason Byrne created them all when he was a kid. And Dark Phoenix, the big death scene, the iconic one, the one that everyone loves, where her love for Cyclist is what saves her, and she sacrifices herself for him. Christopher Clairvoyant didn't want to end it like that. He actually hates the ending. He disavowed it. What happened was, Jason Byrne and Timothy Shooter, the editor-in-chief, they were responsible for that. The most iconic bit of any comic Christopher Clairvoyant wrote, and he had naught to do with it. He wanted it to end with the Silver Surf Man randomly showing up and doing a lobotomy on the whore, and her just being excused for all her genocide and evil deeds, and everyone just loving her again. Jason Byrne, he was the one responsible for anything good from that run. He even left the book because he thinks Christopher Clairvoyant is terrible and he's a nightmare to work with. Later on, Mark Stanley Lee, the artist, he was another one. He used to edit down Christopher Clairvoyant's dialogue, or he would just remove entire bits of his writing because it would just mess up the art, or it would clutter up the page. This shite, right, it's just his standard writing up his female characters. It's all he ever does, really. It's write fan fiction for himself to toss off to. Women, usually Storms, they are perfect and win, and that's exactly what happens in this story. And look, the writer of Strong Women, once again, he has got a woman in bondage gear, and she is being forced into sex slavery by the man. And her mouth is removed so that she cannot argue. This is just standard Christopher Clairvoyant rape fantasy. He does this in every comic. Woman will be wearing bondage gear and she'll be mind controlled or forced into being a sex slave. And look, up here, Doctor Strange, the most powerful magician in the Marvel Universe. Well, he presents a problem because he gets in the way of Christopher Clairvoyant's rubbish story here, doesn't he? So go on, off panel, the baddie from Conan, he can defeat Doctor Strange with magic. Fucking terrible. And here we have got yet another of his many obsessions, a random civilian woman. She shows up and she is just as heroic, or even more heroic, than all the superheroes. Oh, and by the way, this strong writer of female characters, every fucking woman is wearing bikinis at most. But here we have got the cover fight. This is gonna be good. It's Steelman fighting Division. This is gonna be great. Oh no, wait, we must be coming back to that later on. There's Cannonballs. This is his only appearance in the whole issue. And look at Storms there, isn't she heroic? A strong woman, she's fighting and she still has time to pose like she is in a porn. And Storms, of course, at this point, she doesn't have powers, but she's still the MVP. She is just amazing. She's able to single-handedly fight an army. And what she's going to do is, she is going to sacrifice herself so the other heroes can go and save the day. But, of course, that is not going to happen because only Storms can save the day. So the annoying robot shows up out of nowhere to save her. Like, he isn't mentioned before this. He really just comes out of nowhere just to spirit her away. And here we have got, he has made 2 women lesbian lovers in this reality. And he writes the Excellent Men book, so he doesn't really care about the other books. So he has the Avengers here. He just tortures the characters from that book. Shade the Changing Man and the Wasps. They're transformed into monsters. And naturally, Storms, she is the only person who cottons on to everything. She is aware of the magic spell and how all the world has changed. It's Storms, innit? And then the random civilian woman, she's getting all the important dialogue, and it's her plan that they go with. And Captain America, the best superhero in all the world, of all time ever, he's basically just a fucking bag boy in this. Like, he wasn't even the leader of this group. Storms was. I hate this so fucking much. And then we have got the Horde's daughter. She uses mind control because ethics run in that family. Then we have got more fighting, and it's all ruined by the overall writing, intercutting any dramatic impact or dramatic tension. Oh, and who saves the day but... oh, it's the fucking civilian. She rushes in and saves their lives. But it's okay because she has got a magic sword that solves everything. And Sunder here, this is Sunder, don't be confused, it's not Strong Guy, you idiots. He gets his throat slit and he dies. Except he comes back to life in a few issues and he dies again. He's a bit like Lenny in Southland Parks. Oh, and look, Steelman, he is going to fight the Vision. We're finally going to have that good fight now, the one off the cover. Oh, wait, no, the Wasp's in her new monstrous form. She is jumping in. We must be getting that fight later on. Oh, here we are, actually. The Vision and Steelman, they're fighting. And the Vision, he is putting his hands through him. It's just like on the cover. This'll be good. Oh, no, wait, that is it. It's over. The fight is over. Everyone is defeated. And look, Captain America, he doesn't even get beat in a fight. He gets knocked down by an explosion caused by someone else's fight. And he gets defeated. Look, he's lying on the floor defeated. Really respectful, that, innit? I'm so glad Christopher Clairvoyant used all these guest stars. He obviously loved them so much. He wasn't just grabbing them to humiliate and devalue at the expense of propping up his brilliant female characters. But of course, not everyone is defeated. What about Storms and the annoying robot? Well, firstly, we have got to get rid of the annoying robot because he is just going to get in the way of Storm saving the day. So the annoying robot decides to just fuse himself with Storms, an act that kills himself, and he knew would kill himself. And this allows Storms to have access to all his annoying robot powers because she's so strong and powerful. So Storms, she runs in and immediately, in a single fucking panel, defeats the villain. And then, he's not even a big bad. The big bad was the Bondage Queen. Because even though the Conan baddie, he beat Doctor Strange off panel, and he beat all these other characters, well, no, the big bad, it has to be a strong female character created by Christopher Clairvoyant. And Storms immediately defeats her anyway. And honestly, by this point, I made the executive decision to just stop reading. There's some shite about annoying robot Storms growing massive and defeating the Bondage Queen by giving her a virus. Rubbish. I was just fucking annoyed. All the shite writing, all the fucking awful ideas. And then the next page, I thought, okay, I'll just skip this page and I'll finish it off. And Doctor Strange, he is back, and he goes, "Even I, the master of the mystic arts, lack the power to counter this spell directly. However, there may be an alternative." So yeah, the master of the mystic arts, he is hopeless against fucking magic. But fortunately, a Christopher Clairvoyant female character who is a novice magic user, she can do it easily. And then, right, this is an excellent main comic. And just look at the characters shown in this ending scene here. Captain America, Doctor Strange, and Storms. Storms is the only member of the actual team here. Oh, and the civilian woman who saved the day, she's there as well. She gets to spout wisdom, and she never appears again. I fucking hate this comic. And here is the last page, and this is why I am reviewing it as my 100th video. This is the first appearance of Nimrod, you know, from my name. It was a chore to get here, and this first appearance is bad. People act like Christopher Clairvoyant's excellent men run is some master tapestry of labyrinthian proportions. Well, here, he has got the first appearance of one of his characters, Nimrod. Nimrod is in the next 15 issues or so as a central villain, and his first appearance here, it is completely contradictory to where he goes with the character. Nimrod, he shows up and he randomly kills some bloke who was going to murder someone, and then he talks to the guy who he saved, saying, "Easy fella, you will be okay. Don't worry, he will not do it again." He's meant to be a fucking robot, he's not a... Nimrod is awesome, but this first appearance, it's hilariously out of character. Clairvoyant, he never planned in advance. Ironically, if you think he did, you are blindly naive. I'll talk more about Nimrod in another video. I do like Nimrod in concept, and he is fun. And even Clairvoyant, some of his Nimrod stuff, like the fights, they are alright. This comic, though, is despicable. I didn't think it is possible to hate this comic any more than I do. Maybe if Martin Quaid edited it. I'm sure some idiots will go, well, how can you like The Excellent Men and not like Christopher Clairvoyant? And you know what? If liking Christopher Clairvoyant is a prerequisite for liking The Excellent Men, then no, I don't like The Excellent Men. I think they're shit. I want to destroy this. It absolutely deserves it. But it is the first appearance of Nimrod, and so it's worth some money. Not a lot, but like $20 or $30. So I cannot, and I am fighting back such an urge to destroy it. Instead, I'm just going to give this my absolute lowest rating ever, 7 thumbs up.